Today we have 1,000 very rare drop items. We are trading them all the way up to black markets, and hopefully we can get a cheeky little painted octane or painted standard along the way. I actually got a comment the other day saying, how does he spend so much on these videos? And it really is thanks to you and all your support and everyone that uses code Pixelarmy in the Rocket League or Fortnite, for example, item shop. That is what allows me to make these videos so frequent, because they are about 30,000 credits a go, but people using my code, it really does support me and allow me to make content like this. So please continue to do so. I really appreciate it. Drop a like, subscribe down below to join the Pixelarmy on the road to 1 million subscribers, and let's get to it. Here we go. 1,000 items. I love these. I love these. We're sitting back, we're relaxing, we're chilling. Got to make sure we don't trade up any gift stuff because we're going for drop stuff. Maybe if I go to series. Okay, it's going to start on golden eggs. So I've got to go to most recent. I'll probably archive all these and be right back. All right, here we go. We are ready to go. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of you for the support, whether it's on these videos or the shorts. As you've probably noticed in the last week or so, I've taken a different approach. I've been still uploading the long form video at 6 p.m. as usual, like this one that you're watching. Oh! But Sienna Octane, you know what? I've had such good luck lately with, you know, titanium white and everything like that. I'll take a little burnt Sienna Octane. Catch me at the end of the episode when I've got no more Octane saying, why couldn't that have been titanium white instead of burnt Sienna? But, you know, for now, I will absolutely take that. I love seeing the Octane on the screen, even if it is burnt Sienna. So we just need a standard and a fennec, really, and then we've completed the trade-ups. But yeah, I've taken a... taking a different approach. We've gone for long form videos at 6 o'clock, which I do love doing, and then a short video at 8 o'clock, whether that's short specific, so something that I'm not uploading a long form video, whether that's the code, the gold fennec winner, or, you know, what your Rocket League car says about you in real life type thing, or whether it's a clip from a nostalgic video from a few years ago that some of you haven't seen. Like, I uploaded a YouTube short the other day from a crate I got 4 to 5 years ago of a titanium white striker black market, or whether it's like a newer clip that's just been remade into the short format, because I think it's inevitable really that YouTube, certainly in terms of virality and kind of growing your channel, it kind of is pushed towards YouTube shorts, and I love making them together. And also, as well as that, it means that when I look back on my channel, if I go to my shorts tab and just scroll through there, I've just got short videos, just banger after banger. It's almost like, to be honest, YouTube Shorts is basically like my main channel, my main videos, but a highlight reel. It's almost like the OG montage style back in the day on its own tab. Like, you know, like you have Instagram highlights where you can highlight your story or your favorite post or whatever. It's YouTube Shorts for me is basically like that, because I don't make too many dedicated shorts. Burnt Sienna is the color of the day. Now that we got the burnt Sienna standard as well, I could do with less of that. But still, a standard and an octane this early, we still got plenty more to go. We're not even a quarter of the way through, so there's still more luck to be had. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I love looking at the channel. I love seeing all the videos together. And I also love the fact, I will say this, that we are slowly getting towards Season 10. Because coming up in a couple of days is one of my favorite days of the season. It's usually, I think it's always a Wednesday actually. It's the day that the Stage 4 challenges drop. And that is when you're really in the end game for the season. That's when you want to get your awards. That's when you get the final season challenges so that you can unlock your season rewards. You know, the import drop, the very rare drop, and the rare drop. So in a couple of days on the channel, I will be doing a video of completing the remaining few season challenges that I have to then get myself my own rare, very rare, and import drop. And maybe this is the season I finally get something good out of my import drop, because we're not going for exotics. Ooh, the crate out. We're not going for exotics because they can't be painted from the import drop. We're not going for black markets because they can't be painted. And to be honest, black markets just, they're not even the one. It's like in this video, they're a nice addition to add, but they're not what you're really going for. What we want from the import drop is, well, everything we're seeing here is what we could get from the import drop. So we could get that. We could get this. Any item you see in this video is possible to get in an import drop. We're going for painted octanes, painted standards. I'd like to think if I continue doing Rocket League indefinitely, surely one day I get a titanium white octane in a drop. I mean, statistically, it would be inevitable. Even if something, I think there is something scientific about that, saying even if the odds of something are 100 trillion to 1, whilst it's impossibly unlikely, if it's going on and repeating for eternity, it will inevitably happen eventually, which is mental. You know, we're getting to the point of just mind-boggling amounts of time. The fact that anything is possible if eternity exists, if that makes any sense. It's hard to wrap my head around it, and it's, you know, if you look too far into that, you just go crazy. But it is what it is. I mean, I low-key think I'm not in a bit of a midlife crisis, but as you know, I had my birthday recently. Sky blue, okay. And much to the disbelief of others, it wasn't my 54th birthday. That was just a running joke because Google, a couple of years ago, when you Googled my age, it said I was 51 years old. And that would have meant that I was born in March 1969. And obviously that was a funny number. So we just kind of ran with it. And this would have been my 54th birthday this year. But it was actually my 25th birthday. And I don't know how TikTok does it, right? But I'm getting these videos of people, basically, people say that 25 is almost like a pivotal point in your life, and that is the turning point. And I just saw one yesterday that kind of hit. It was a little bit daunting and also a little bit refreshing. So they basically said that the sort of happiness that you feel in your life is like, it's sort of like a smile, right? In terms of a graph. So they say, you know, from birth to age 25, those are primarily, generally speaking, happy years, and I would definitely agree with that. You know, you've got childhood, growing up, and I know there's different circumstances for different people, but you go through school, you've got you know, you got your first heartbreak, you got relationships, you got hormones, you got partying, you got all that stuff, and then you sort of get to 25 to 45 is the slump of happiness, and it's the time where things get difficult. It's the time where you bear the burden of many responsibilities. It's the time where you go through hardships. It's the time where someone you love gets sick, and it's just scary because I'm watching this video about this guy saying how essentially how the next 20 years of my life starting right now are statistically going to be the more unhappy years. Obviously not without the happiest moments ever in between. And I do think, because I'm big preacher in gratitude, and I like to think I take the little victories each day, and I try and find something every day to make myself happy. So I don't think, well, I'm not saying that I won't be ever, like, you know, depressed or down or whatever, but I like to think that for the most part, I can sort of muddle through it. But it's a little bit scary when the whole narrative online is that, hey, your childhood's long gone now. You're a full-blown adult. You've got responsibilities. You've got stuff to do. I'm currently, I mean, big update, I guess, you know, currently in the process of applying for a mortgage. So it's just, it's adult stuff. And the thing is, I would always say, I don't feel like I've changed that much. From when I left school at 18 years old. And before I was 19 years old, I was doing this exact thing, YouTube, as a job. So I feel like I almost have been allowed to stay my happy late teenage self, happy for the most part. And then you've got the rage-induced gamer in me. We've got a lot of painted mercs, by the way. Can we please get some more octanes? Thank you very much. And you know, Wan, you guys might know Wan if you watch some of my videos or you're in the community. He sort of said, you know, he feels like my job has allowed me and helped me to kind of stay the same, because it is true. You see some people, you leave school and then 5 years later they're a completely different person. A lot of people are going through struggles and stuff, but thanks to you and all your support, I've just been kind of muddling along, doing my own little YouTube thing for all this time. And for the most part, whilst there's been a lot of personal growth, I feel kind of the same. I still feel really, really young. And I think I'm going to get to the point where I'm 30 and I'm like, other than perhaps some aching joints, I think these days, maybe it's just because I'm a little bit more active in the gym in terms of heavy weights, my joints are a little bit more sore. Like, I feel like I've got a bit of a shoulder issue, but everyone has a shoulder issue, don't they? Or like, you know, a lower back issue or something. But other than that, I feel exactly the same. Like, exactly the same. And it's just going to be scary. You get to 30 and you're like, you know what? I feel 25. You get to 40 and you feel 30. And then all of a sudden, bam! You're old. And I think what you've just witnessed during these trade-ups, because I got the octane in the standard so early, you are witnessing a quarter-life crisis. I mean, I hope it's a quarter-life crisis. If we could hit the big triple dig, 100 years old, that would be phenomenal. And if we did, I mean, if I did, that would mean I'd get a letter from King George, I think it would be, because we just had King Charles III, right? We then have King William, who is considerably, you know, older than me. And then we'd have King George. So big up King George! Can't wait for my letter in 75 years' time. Titanium white standard. That is if they still do that. I don't know if that was a Queen exclusive thing or if that is a monarch thing, but there's basically a thing where if you become a centurion, if you reach 100 years old, you'd get a letter from the Queen. And I always remember as a kid thinking, what happens if the Queen gets to 100? Thinking that would inevitably happen. But like, does she just write a little letter to herself? But obviously, sadly, that didn't happen. But yeah, that would be the goal. Medicine is improving. I mean, I suppose the thing is with health and everything, right? We have no idea how long we're going to live. There's a lot of people say, you know, studies and that saying that people being born today are very likely to live to 100. But I'm obviously 25 years behind that. But the thing is, everyone that's an adult today that was perhaps thinking of their mortality or whatever, looks back in their family, you're going to see some tragic events in the not too recent or distant or recent past, because 50 years ago, healthcare wasn't all that, you know, like would have been my granddad, one of them. I never met him. He died in his 40s. You know, chances are, if you're an adult now, you've got someone not too far gone in terms of generational that died really young. So for me to think, hang on a minute, I could, like, maybe reach 100 is mental. I mean, I don't know if I'll... Oh, a lime standard, I'll take it. I don't know if I'll still be playing Rocket League when I'm 100. That's another conversation I've had with myself, with so many other people. They say, when are you just going to play Rocket League forever? How's that going to go? And I can only go on a year-by-year basis. In a year's time, I will be playing Rocket League. That's what I know. And I can only go that far ahead. Because 5 years ago, if you asked me, are you still going to be playing Rocket League in 5 years? Honestly, I don't think I would have said yes, actually. I have no idea what I would expect to be doing, but I don't think I would have said yes. Similarly, if you ask me now, are you going to be playing Rocket League in 5 years' time? That's a dub. I would say probably right now, but I can't say yes because everything's so changing so fast. Another standard. This has been a dub video for sure, that I cannot guarantee anything. I would just say, you know, 6 months I'll still be playing Rocket League, a year I'll still be playing Rocket League, but 5 years, will anyone still be playing Rocket League in 5 years? I have absolutely no idea. Will I still be doing trade-ups in 5 years? Ooh, I mean, surely not, right? But then begs the question, if I'm not doing trade-ups in 5 years, what the heck am I doing with my life? I don't know. Still getting titanium white cars. Can we get back-to-back? No, we can't. But that is that. I'll see you for the black market trade-ups. This always happens with very rare drop trade-ups. Black market trade-ups, I get in, smash it. We're talking about what's going on. Everything's great. Crate openings, I give little life updates. We have funny stories. And then very rare trade-ups, I get existential about it. I start providing, you know, advice. I start talking about life. I don't know what it is. Something about, I suppose, in some ways, monotony of doing very rare trade-ups. And if you're not getting anything, it just lends me to just waffle. This has basically been a podcast. I haven't shut up for 10 minutes. So thank you for putting up with me. Feel free to drop your comments with your opinions down below. I love it when I talk about these sort of things that aren't necessarily Rocket League related and we have a discussion in the comments about it. I absolutely love seeing that. So if you have any thoughts on anything I rambled on about in this video, let me know. And by the time you're done typing it, I'll be back with black market trade-ups. All right, so we're going to trade up to 7 black markets today. Can we just get one of the big 5? It's not a Tora. I won't keep you for long. We just want one of Fire God, Dissolver, Dueling Dragons, Mainframe, or Heatwave. Not a Labyrinth. Same series, but not the right one. Come on. Toon, that's an L. If they're painted, it's sick, but they can't be painted. Stormwatch is low-key the best thing we've got so far. Spectre, another L. Come on. Yes, it's always coming in clutch. One of the big 5, the Fire God. Finale time. The wet paint. What other than the wet paint to finish off this video? Well, that is going to do it from me. If you did enjoy it, please do drop a like. Subscribe down below to join the Pixel Army. I really look forward to reading the comments on this one. I've been Pixel. You have been awesome. And I'll see you in the next video very soon.